All right, Battle Buddies, live from South Minneapolis. I bring you another installment of Battle Buddy, not live, recorded. Anyway, I've been getting a lot of resumes here that are tap resumes, and they're very reminiscent of mine from the 90s still. That doesn't mean they won't work. It just means that you should take that document and optimize it a bit. So, what I'm seeing that doesn't exist on almost every single one of these, is a lack of what are you, okay? So every single one should start off with who the hell is Chuck Freiberg? You can use my name if you want. I'm pretty renowned on the internet these days. Can't hurt you, but the second they find out you're catfishing them might be a problem when you show up. And I don't have my fancy hair showing right now, but anyway. Okay, so there should be some sort of executive type of statement, or I should know, I should have little doubt when I read this first 2-3 sentences as to what you're looking to do. Okay? So this myth of having one resume and that's it, that shit's from the 90s. Maybe early 2000s you could get away with it. But if you are going to go and be a mechanic, make one that says you're a mechanic. Don't let me wonder what's going on, all right? I need to know, hey, this dude's a mechanic. If you're a project manager, I need to know you're a project manager. If you're a program manager, I need to know you're a program manager. If you're a product manager, all three of those things are different, guys. All of them are different. I need to have no doubt that when I read this document, what you are, what you want to be when you grow up. Does that make sense? Okay, every single one. This is like that movie trailer. We should know what your name is. How the hell to get a hold of you? Email, phone number. Don't put your apartment number, none of that shit on there. Don't do that. You're taking up valuable resource at the beginning, okay? If you want to put it at the very, very bottom, just like references, don't put references. Don't put your military awards on there unless it's relevant to the job that you're looking at. Okay? I don't need to know you got a CIB, an EIB, a cab, a car, and all this other nonsense. As a civilian, I'm not a civilian, I'm a vet. I don't need to know. I don't know what the hell that is. I don't care. If I'm sitting in front of you and we want to talk war stories and I'm this awe-inspired civilian, I'll be like, hey, dude, I see you were an infantry guy. Do you want to tell me something about... No, don't want to talk about it. I'll tell you about my guys, though, right? Tell you about some good times that we had. Whatever. Save that shit for the interview. Point is, valuable resources. That's at the top of this document. Start off with your name, your phone number, your email, your LinkedIn. That's a good thing, okay? These guys, you should have an internet presence. Heaven forbid anybody takes a look at my personal Facebook page, but my LinkedIn is good. The rest of it is all trolling people. Anyway, then your next section. If you know you're a retail manager, I want to hear about how you did as a retail manager at a store. If you don't have retail management store background, but you've got some transferable skills, like let's say that you're a platoon sergeant, right? You ran a small company with 25 employees. Make it like that. Don't say soldiers. Don't say airmen. Don't say whatever you Navy guys are. Don't say that. Say employees. Make it easy for them. Demilitarize this shit, guys. Okay? Get rid of the acronyms. I don't care if you had 25 billion, trillion, quadrillion dollars worth of aircraft that you had signed for because you were the post commander for this Air Force Air Wing. Most people don't care. If somebody knows they're hiring a colonel, I've had them come through. They know that you guys had $20 trillion worth of shit on your air base that you were responsible for. Right? Everybody knows. If you're looking for the colonel or the two-star, you know what kind of shit this guy's done in the past. It's not relevant. That's implied. You know, it's like I was a Jiffy Lube guy. I know how to put fucking oil filters on. If I don't work there, right? I work there for 2 cars until they blow up because the oil ran out. Table stakes, guys, there's no need for it, okay? Don't put job descriptions in. Your first 2 sentences, that can be what you did, but if you're a Jiffy Lube guy, screwing on an oil filter is not a metric. Screwing on 300 a week compared to 250 by all the other guys, now that's a different story, okay? People are buying on a resume, a return on investment, ROI, return on investment, KPI, key performance indicators. Can throw some more acronyms at you. NASA. You guys can write down below what the hell that stands for, right? Point is, if you are submitting a resume, which is a last resort when it comes to applying for a job, okay? You should have already talked to at least one human within this organization. You should already know that this is a place where you're not going to go home every night and smash your head against the wall because they're a bunch of assholes and their values don't line up with yours. So, where I'm going with this is that this resume is nothing more than a marketing doc, something to talk to narrate your story, okay? Don't talk about that you flipped burgers at Burger King. Tell me about how many burgers you flipped compared to the dude that was next to you. That impresses me. I want to buy. I want to at least have a conversation with you under these circumstances, okay? So, recap, review. And I'm going to put a sample resume down below here, okay? First thing, name. Just like back in 3rd grade. You don't put your name on there, fail. Whose paper is this? Doesn't matter. Whoop, goes in the trash can, right? Thanks, Mrs. Walters. I remember that shit. 2nd grade, you were mean. I'm 47, I still remember that. 40 years later. Get my point? Okay. No name, no go. You don't even get a chance to recycle. So, next thing, you should have your contact info in there. Next thing, executive statement, professional summary. I don't care what you want. Just don't call it objective because that's a selfish statement. It should say who you are, military veteran, MBA, 20 years corporate experience, high achiever, amazing guy with some really great hair. Doesn't matter. It should be directed towards, I've got 20 years of program management experience. I've got 15 years in a Jiffy Lube running the place. I've got a 20-year military background leading at high levels. Executive leadership. I'm a lieutenant colonel. Whatever. You see where I'm going? Then accomplishments, skills, certifications, all that first half. Nobody gives a shit except for really old people like my grandpa, who now would be 93 years old, where you worked, what your title was. They care about what you did and what you can do for them. That's going to be like next week's theme. So, if you send me a resume, guys, I expect those things. That's it. I will take a quick glance. I'll give you some feedback. It's my opinion. You can get 100 more opinions. You put it up there for 100 more people. But I'm telling you, I know what works, at least what I've seen. And I see guys that are getting jobs between 60 and 150, 250 grand, depending on their background. So thanks for watching. Make sure you keep on bringing these vets. Doesn't cost you anything. Keep those attitudes positive and support the page. Support the page. Let's give these younger guys our knowledge that's up here so that they can be successful. Thanks a lot, guys.